Hello and welcome to Virtual Networking, maintaining your job search while practicing social distancing. My name is Annette Clemens and I work as a career advisor at the UIC Career Services Office. The job search may feel bleak right now, but know that there is still much you can do to connect with employers. Employers are still definitely looking to hire interns and full-time employees. But first, a quick overview of networking. What exactly is networking? Well, it's the process of interacting with others to exchange information and also to develop professional or social contacts. And why should you network? Because employers prefer to interview someone they know, have some connection with, or who has been referred or recommended. Because 80% of jobs are found through networking. This is also known as what is the hidden job market. And also to build a pipeline to access future opportunities. In a job search, and even while you're still currently working, you really never stop networking. Informational interviews is a way of beginning your network, and they're often overlooked by job seekers, but they are a valuable way to connect with employers while we are practicing social distancing. Informational interviews are short 15 to 20-minute conversations with professionals in your field of interest. They are sessions that you initiate. They're sessions where you come prepared with questions. And they are sessions that can be conducted over the phone or through any web-based video conferencing application. So, how do you get started contacting people? Basically, you start with everyone you already know and ask who they might know in the field that you are considering. So you might want to talk to family members, friends, neighbors, professors, co-workers and supervisors, both current and in the past, UIC alumni, and people you know at your health club, your church, any student organizations you belong to, etc. So basically it's anyone you know who has a part-time or a full-time position. They are potential contacts for people who they know in your field. So how to approach an employer or contact with a request for an interview. If possible, you do want to obtain a referral from someone you know personally. You can call or email the professional you'd like to speak to. You can tell them who referred you and that you would just like 15 to 20 minutes of their time. And explain that you're gathering information about what it's like to work in that field. Here are some sample questions that you could ask. How did you get started in your field? What do you like most about your job? What do you like least? What advice would you give me about how to break into the field? What are the basic qualifications for the job? What are the most important tasks? What are the most critical skills for success in the position? What are the challenges you see in this field or industry? What changes do you see happening in the next 5 years? And who else in this field could you refer me to? After getting the referral for another informational interview, be sure to send a thank you email or card within 24 hours of your meeting. It really helps to make a good impression. So how can you use virtual sources for networking? If you don't have a LinkedIn profile yet, you definitely want to create one at www.linkedin.com. LinkedIn can be a great repository of contacts. It's both an active and a passive way to network. If you have a LinkedIn profile with contacts gathered, then you definitely already have a network. In an active sense, LinkedIn allows you to connect with professionals, search their profiles, and message them through the site. In a passive way, it allows employers to review your profile at any time. LinkedIn is definitely the most widely used social media platform of employers. Your LinkedIn profile should definitely have a photo of yourself on your webpage, and you should appear dressed professionally, at least from the shoulders up. You want to be in front of a non-distracting background. You want to be looking into the camera, and yes, you can use your cell phone. And you definitely want to be smiling. Looking directly into the camera and smiling conveys warmth, which means that you'll probably get more hits on your profile and on your LinkedIn page than if you didn't have a photo of yourself. So for the content in LinkedIn, you want to definitely avoid just copying and pasting your resume onto the site. You want to save that content for the resume only. You do want to fill in as much detail as possible in the sections. Try to remember to include keywords when possible. Let's look at the sections now. The summary comes first, and you definitely want to avoid merely saying student at UIC. You want to talk about your field of interest. If you instead said something to the effect of aspiring professional in the healthcare industry, that would be more effectively branding yourself than just saying student at UIC. For experience, you want to summarize all the jobs that you've had, whether they're relevant to your dream job or not. So even those part-time jobs you had to work your way through high school or college, if you worked at Target or Starbucks or at some other retail or restaurant location, definitely list those as well, because employers will look for your transferable skills from those jobs. Definitely add professional organizations if you have any. If you don't have any organizations yet, definitely consider joining some and adding that to your LinkedIn profile. You want to add, obviously, your education and any volunteer experience as well. Skills and expertise, you want to list all the skills you like to use, whether they're related to your dream job or not. Doesn't matter. Honors and awards should be filled in if you have any, as well as projects if that's applicable. And recommendations. After building your network, or at least getting more than a few contacts, you want to ask any former bosses in your network to endorse you. It really does go a long way in terms of employers learning about you on the job. So using LinkedIn in other ways to increase your network, besides just sending out invitations, you could definitely post articles and items on your site that are related to your field. It shows that you have interest in your field. You could connect with people in your field or who work at the target companies that you're looking at. When you send invitations, definitely customize the invitation to connect. So you could write a short, brief, personal message about how you're interested in their organization or in what they do, and that you would like to connect and add them to your network. You could join groups such as UIC Alumni and Friends and other UIC alumni groups that are on LinkedIn. You could join professional organizations or associations in your area of interest. So, for example, if you are a marketing student, joining the American Marketing Association would be a good idea. You could follow companies that are in your interest area. You can find human resources managers at companies that you're interested in applying for jobs, and you can reach out and follow up with them through LinkedIn. You could follow influencers who interest you. So let's explore some other ways now of virtually connecting with employers besides LinkedIn. Employers are definitely using webinars currently to recruit students for positions. They're also hosting live group chats, as well as online casual chats or discussions. They're hosting virtual career fairs as well. And they're also using social media besides LinkedIn, so Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. And they're using interview platforms like Skype, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, HireVue, BlueJeans, and FaceTime. Employers are definitely still trying to keep a presence on social media so that they can keep their recruiting activity going during the recession. Be sure to check organization web pages as well as searching for events using Google for that purpose. Other ways to connect with employers virtually, you could find virtual networking groups, meetups, Eventbrite, professional organizations and associations. And they're also using social networking apps such as Pod, which is a mix of Facebook, LinkedIn, and Foursquare Swarm. So some other tips on virtual networking and interviewing. Before you set up an event, whether it's an interview or a networking session, definitely make sure the technology you have is working properly. If possible, if you could test out the application that you're going to use maybe the day before, so that way you know that your session will be seamless. And even though it's a video conference, first impressions definitely count. They're going to be able to see you, again, at least from the shoulders up if you're on a web-based video conferencing application. So you want to wear professional apparel and definitely have a professional backdrop. You want to research your contact and their company before you meet with them. Know something about them. And you want to customize your messaging to the person and the job opportunity. Make it easy for your contacts to connect you to their contacts. You could write a sample introduction that they can send to their contact in advance of you also emailing or calling them. And you probably want to have an elevator pitch ready that provides your personal branding statement, and make sure you practice it. So for some practice, you could check out the e-learning module called Mastering Your Elevator Pitch on the UIC Career Services YouTube site, or also it's on Blackboard. Other job search advice during COVID-19 or a recession. We would definitely recommend you consider taking any opportunity you can get, whether it's paid or unpaid, to get the experience. It really helps to build up your resume and keep you viable. You want to volunteer with an organization to maybe help you get your foot in the door. You could complete online trainings and certifications to improve your skills or to develop new ones. You should definitely be flexible and adaptable. You want to be willing to accept a position other than your dream job to keep your career moving forward. Focus on your transferable skills. Those are the skills that you developed in jobs that weren't related to your field, and definitely how you can be an asset to the organization. Definitely be creative. Thinking outside the box really helps when you're launching a job search during a recession. Seek out jobs in industries that you know are actively hiring, and there are some industries that are having robust activity right now, like in IT, in STEM, supply chain, healthcare, and there are others. You might consider taking either remote, temporary, or contract jobs just to keep your skill set developed and to keep making contacts in other organizations. And you definitely want to be realistic about salary, benefits, job location, company culture, and all the rest. Always practice good professional etiquette. Thank employers, definitely provide follow up. The little things really count. If you need more assistance, Career Services is definitely here to help you. You can contact us for one-on-one virtual advising while the state shutdown is still in place. We are definitely, you're able to contact us. We can discuss anything from resumes, cover letters, mock interviewing, job search strategies, anything else related to careers and graduate school. We're typically located in the Student Services building, but for now you can contact us by phone at 312-996-2300. There is someone who will respond to your call. And you can also send us an email at careerservices@uic.edu. Best of luck in your job search, and please let us know how we can assist you.